Hello, welcome to day 3 in our chakra healing series to 10 times your confidence today. So today we're going to share why you want to balance the Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, because this is where it houses your personal power. This is where you act brave, bold, confident, you do the things you want in the world. Real quick.
Welcome to Making Mindfulness Fun if this is your first time here. Here we help you on your journey to higher consciousness so you can experience more joy, love, and emotional liberation.
Every day we share tips in fun and exciting and easy ways to help you live a more mindful life.
And please make sure that you follow our YouTube channel so you always stay up to date with what we're sharing. Subscribe, not follow, this is not Instagram. And turn on post notifications and leave a comment below if you can relate to this video and that you want to work on your Manipura.
Okay, so Manipura is right at the belly button, your solar plexus. This is the space where if you live in our household and you do yoga with me every day, we're constantly twisting and doing Manipura poses because I'm a little bit overactive in my Manipura because I love, as a type 8, I love to go experience the world. I love to put myself in there, but not everybody is like that. And a big reason you might not have the confidence or the lust for intensity like I do is you're a different Enneagram number, or you could have a blocked sacral or root chakra, which is why you might want to watch the last 2 days to get you up to date if this is your first video that you're watching with us. But the sacral chakra or the solar plexus chakra really can help us to identify what it is that we want, and we actually take the step to go do it. You know, we've talked about type 5s in our previous series when we were talking about Enneagrams, and type 5s are so they're so data driven, they're so smart, intelligent, they know so much, but they have this tendency to not step into the next step, what they want. And so when we open up our solar plexus, all of a sudden we're taking the next step. Maybe we don't have all the answers. Maybe we won't be fully successful. We might fail. We will definitely fail along the way. But at least we're taking these steps that we need to in order to step into our personal power, live our life of our dreams, at least just like experience the world and see what's out there.
Yeah, the other thing too is we can also have the other extreme, that would be an underactive, because we have our balance, overactive and underactive, and that can definitely be an underactive. In type 4s, if you know the Enneagram 2, and type 4s also have trouble with an underactive solar plexus. But there are also types that often have an overactive solar plexus, that they have this belief that they need to do more to be enough. So when we look at that, there's a lot of people, especially in American culture, that we believe we need to do, but a lot of times it's not aligned with our highest self, and it's not aligned with our sacral chakra, which is what we really enjoy doing, with what we really love in our life. There's no joie de vivre. And so Manipura balance comes from aligning with the spiritual chakras above and groundedness into what our sacral chakra below. And it is really important to talk about the spirit chakras too, because our heart is our center, and then we're going to have 3 chakras above this that we're going to talk about. And those chakras have to do with aligning with our future self instead of what's present right before us, because a lot of times what happens is that we don't necessarily know what we really want in the long term, and then we end up feeling a sense of loss in our life, or not knowing which direction we're steering. And so we just look at what needs to be, all the little things that need to be done in the present moment, or within the week, or within maybe even the month. And those things don't necessarily improve our enjoyment of life. They're just things that we believe we need to do, or they're a way to distract ourselves.
Yeah. A quick note on that too, before we give you tips on how you can balance your Manipura today, I did want to add that I love, I read a book where they explain the Manipura is your spiritual 6-pack. And I think that's just awesome. But on that note, I would say I've experienced a little bit of both ends of Manipura, both having it underactive and a little overactive, in the sense that I was insecure and I just couldn't get myself to do things. I wasn't a type 8 who was like, yeah, I'll lead climb this. I'll do that. I was more cautious. But then on the other hand, I've also experienced thinking that I've always needed to do more, be more in order to have that sense of confidence. And so balancing a Manipura really puts you into a state of self-confidence and independence. And that's so important because it's where willingness, consciousness happens, and it makes it so that you can show up from a state of groundedness in your day and not worry about how you're going to be confident and not worried about how you're doing things. It makes it so it's the ground level to living the life you want. Once I had the confidence, I could step onto the stage of life and be like, okay, I'm going to do this today because I believe in myself. I'm going to pursue what I want, not being afraid.
Kind of like a springboard.
Exactly. Yes.
As a mom for a very long time, I'm going to tell you, if you don't have to be a mom to relate to this, but I'm going to tell you that if you're a mom, you can relate to this. It's so easy to just be reactive through your day. If you're a mom, you don't have to wake with any intention other than to survive, and your day will be busy from morning till night. And then night comes and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to do something for me. And so you're going to do. You're going to be cooking food, doing laundry, taking care of people, buying groceries. Your to-do list will never end. Well, this is a good spot, a great opportunity to reflect on the Manipura, because we all do. We're great at doing. The thing is that we want to extract ourselves from our bodies for a second, kind of like hover outside of our to-do list and be like, why am I doing? Does this to-do serve me? Does this to-do really an emergency? Does this to-do going to bring me joy? And there's some things that our Manipura is going to help us get through that we do have to do. That's kind of a pain. I mean, mine is always dishes. I don't like doing dishes, but my Manipura is going to make me step into the kitchen and do those dishes. But it's also going to be the same thing that like gets me to like not do dishes and go for a run because my body needs a run, or go on a hike because I need to get into nature. So reflecting from the third person when you're moving through your life is good. And we talk a lot about this in our chakra healing course, but also, and actually Gabby's consciousness courses really touch on this to get you out of beta, because you know your beta is your brain, your stress state, is taking a moment first to breathe. Isabel, breathe. And like 168 hours. Everybody has 168 hours in their week. And really like stepping into your schedule and looking at like, how are these hours serving me? How can I, like, your Manipura is really tied to your organizer, your planner, and finding space and like, I do and I do and I do, or I don't do. Maybe you're like, so like Gabby said, underactive in your Manipura, and you're not filling your schedule. You're not putting those those social things. You're hiding inside your house. You're not engaging in the world, whatever it is. You know, that every number has its own little Manipura struggle.
Yeah.
And that was long.
No, that was great. When you step into the power of your Manipura, the other amazing thing that comes is that you're not as affected. Your confidence is unwavering. You can step into things and do challenging things that push you outside your comfort zone, and you're not afraid of failing. It's okay if you fail, because your personal power is not outside of you, it's from within you. Your personal power is in the process. In some ways, it's very similar to the sacral chakra, but it's about not being afraid of failing. You are capable, you are strong, you are bold, you are brave.
Yeah. You mind if I give them a few more tips before they go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't overwhelm them. Overwhelm you guys. So, a few things that you guys should do today if you have an unbalanced Manipura. I wanted to give two separate ones. One, if you think you have an overactive Manipura, I recommend that you perfectly schedule out like what the absolute things you have to do today, and then get rid of the rest. Make it so that you have an open, very spaced out schedule. Space out your schedule. Do not fill every hour. Leave space for space. And if you have an underactive Manipura, I recommend that you today try to do something bold. The easiest way, the most stereotypical way, is do a hard ab circuit to literally activate your Manipura. I'm not kidding. You know, just like do ab work, or just do something bold. Go cliff jumping, try something new, perform, do something impulsive, or not impulsive, but do something that makes you have to step into your confidence. And I also recommend for both sides is that I got this best self journal for my birthday, and it helped in a way. You don't have to get the journal, but scheduling out your day, or what are your top 3 priorities, and then schedule it out. No more than 3 priorities. What do you have to do today? What do you not have to do today? And make it so that your Manipura is both doing stuff, but not also doing too much.
All right. I hope that helped you 10 times your confidence today. Remember, if you wanted to 10 times your happiness through safety and security, 2 days ago we talked about the root chakra, and yesterday we told you how to 10 times your self-worth in balancing out the sacral chakra, and tomorrow we are going to 10 times your self-love.
Woo!